The IJAW Youth Council worldwide has warned persons and groups agitating for the republics of Biafra and ODUDUWA to leave the IJAW nationality out of their missions. The IYC, in a statement at the weekend by its chairman, National Transition and Implementation Committee, Kennedy Olorogun, to mark the Isaac Adakaboro Day, said it will not allow any of the IJAW territories to be annexed by such agitators. Olorogun said the IJAW first started the agitation for independence and self-determination through its late hero, Boro, creating the awareness that led to the emergence of similar quests by other ethnic nationalities. He said, today, the IJAW nation is confronted with the renewed quest for nationalism within the Nigerian geopolitical arrangements. This may have compelled other tribes, groups, and ethnic nationalities in the country, such as the ODUDUWA and various movements championing the Biafra cause, to renew their agitation for self-determination. Whilst the IJAW nation is not adverse to their cause, the forced annexation and fraudulent redrawing of the geographical boundaries of the IJAW territories into their dream nations would no longer be tolerated. We are seizing this medium to inform the promoters and sponsors of the ODUDUWA and Biafra republics that they should not include IJAW territories in their claimed nations. The IJAWs are domiciled in Ondo, Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Akwa Ibom states and are prominently residents in all the states of the Niger Delta. In this wise, the ODUDUWAs and the Biafra secessionists should leave IJAW territories out of their utopian republics. IJAWs are capable of governing themselves. In this vein, the IJAW nation are watching the unfolding events within the Nigeria polity, and at fullness of time, the IJAW nation would state their position. Olorogun further condemned the influx of the Amajiris from the north into IJAW territories despite ongoing closure of borders and lockdowns in various states. He said while the IJAW remained accommodating to visitors, they were no longer comfortable with the kind of people coming into their territories from the north. He said, from our findings, their coming may not be far from their jihadic and conquest mission. The IJAW nation is not a conquered territory. Let it be clear that we can defend ourselves. Therefore, we are using this historic opportunity to urge the Nigerian state to commence the process of the devolution and unbundling of the Nigerian state, which would enable the subnational entities to contribute significantly to the growth of country. Finally, Isaac Boro's contributing to the raging debate to restructure the Nigerian Federation would remain indelible. If we want this country to move on a fast lane of development, making the various states to contribute to national development is inevitable. Our goal, as enunciated in the Kama Declaration, is self-determination and resource control. We shall not deviate from it. The forced amalgamation of the independent nation state of IJAW nation into an unviable Nigerian project has arrested the huge potentials of the IJAW people. So this IJAW now telling Biafrans and ODUDUWA to ODUDUWAs, or what the name stands for, that they should not just count them, that they should count them out, that they are not interested, that they are capable of defending themselves. But come to think of it, I don't just understand. I think let's be objective and let us be open-minded. I'm just really surprised that in this same Nigeria, how many tribes, how many, whether dialects or do we really have? How do we merge all of these things together? How do we relate together? At least when you talk about the Southwest, they have maybe, one language that they speak. Of course, they have a different dialects. But coming back again to, they call it, so let's say Niger Delta. Even no wonder in Nigeria, we have 3 major languages. But those 3 major languages, they are not even up to the minority, all those who are in the minorities. Come to Delta State, how many languages? How many tribes do we really have there? You have the Robo, you have the Shekiri, you have the IJAWs. They don't even understand themselves. They don't really understand themselves. At least you can talk about Isoko and Urobo. They are a kind of interwoven, but they still have their differences, very big differences at that. Then you go to, what is it called? You come to Benue. You go to Kogi State. They have a different dialects like that. Go to the other side. Go to Port Harcourt. Go to, what is it called? Go to Akwa Ibom. They have different language. I don't just understand how we are going to even will be able to carve all of those. And everybody is just claiming superiority. Okay, now you come to Edo State. Even in Edo alone, they have a Isako. They have I don't know whether Isako and Isan. They have a Benin. They have a Akoko Edo too. Those ones, there are some parts of that place they still speak Yoruba. Everything. They just, it's just interwoven. Everybody, this one does not understand this other person's language. Your neighbor, you don't understand the person's language. Not to talk of it, you want to travel how many kilometers or how many miles, that they'll be speaking different this thing entirely. I don't just understand. Everybody, oh, I want to be on my own. I want to be on my own. I want to be on my own. Because the whole thing is really complicated. It's really complicated. So where do we go from here? Some people say, no, I don't want to belong to this. Oh, I want to belong to this. And that is why we are not even getting it right. Our togetherness, our population, our numbers supposed to be advantage to us, but I don't just know where the whole thing went wrong. So they are coming again to say, oh, Biafra, we don't want to be part of you. And I learned some days ago, some people in Cross River or Akwa Ibom, they were bringing a Biafra flag. They were mounting Biafra flag all over the place. Some people will still come out and tell you, oh, we are not interested. Some people, there's this just division all over the place. There's just division all over the place. Even you talk about even in Ogun State, you have the Ijebus, you still have this Egbado or the Egba they speak. And they cannot even hear themselves so well, but just little, but there's still that difference just in that area as well. Many places like that. Well, these people are stating categorically that they don't want to be part of anybody, whether what is it called, whether Yoruba or the ODUDUWA or Biafra. They don't want to be part of it, because if you look, check Ondo, you will see that they have it just there. They have it just in Delta. They have it just in Rivers. They have it just, okay, at least Bayelsa, we know that is the main place of IJAW people. So I don't just know how everybody just migrated and now we are interwoven, and yet we don't even want to accept ourselves. So where do we go from here? It's a dicey one. Anybody can answer the question for us. Someone says you should be ashamed. You don't even have home of your own. See what Fulani are doing to you and your so-called IJAW. Pity, but it makes sense. What you IJAWs and Yorubas are waiting for is for Igbos to be in front of the struggle. Then you will take advantage and go. Okay? Oh God, let Biafra go with their 5 states, which I've been saying. We have a lot of countries, other African countries, that are not even up to how many millions. Some of them maybe 3 million, 2 million. So what are we talking about? And they are country of their own. Okay, we don't need you people. I'm a Biafran. Ahead. God is on our side. They are looking for sacrificial lamb and take the glory. Upon all the sufferings of Igbo, they are still looking for people to conquer and rule instead of going with their 5 states. Wise illiterate even in this 21st century. Someone says, you will remain in your chain if you don't take time. You Igbos should fight for yourselves. We can defend our territory. Remember, we are more than you people. Like, seriously? Well done, my president. Please help me tell the so-called Biafra to leave Niger Delta alone. If not, what happened in 1967 will be a small too small for them. Also, this one, now maths they just did. Some people just maths they just did. Just make maths. What happened? This and that. Oh my goodness, this is really serious. Announce IJAW Nation now. Go and ask Goodluck Jonathan who answers Ebele Azikiwe, a PhD holder, to lecture you. Someone says, we Biafra don't want IJAW people. They are sabotaging us, hopeless and Amajiri people. It is better to be Fulanize than to be with Biafra people. Know your boundaries. You just should be very careful. If Biafra stands now, they will suffer. Okay. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning this thing that this whole thing that this the job president, what's his name, Olorogu. Leave your comment below and let's have your take.